Dear students, welcome to Protective Relay and Servicing Lab for the 5th semester Electrical and Electronics Engineering. So in this session we are going to explaining about the experiment number 16, that is semi-automatic washing machine. So hence let us begin with the experiment. The aim of the experiment is dismantle, identify the parts, troubleshoot and suggest suitable remedies for semi-automatic washing machine. Here we are going to dismantling the washing machine, and we have to identify the parts, and we have to find out the trouble and troubleshoot the problem, and we have to suggest suitable remedies for that problem. So we need to find out the solution for that particular problem, and we have to assemble all the parts, and we have to run the semi-automatic washing machine. So next is what is washing machine? A washing machine is also called as the laundry machine, or it's also called as the cloth washer or washer. So washing machine is a home appliances used to wash the laundry or used to wash the clothes. So basically there are three functional modes in the washing machine. So first one is called as a fully automatic washing machine, second one is called as the semi-automatic mode, and third one is called as the manual mode. So what do you mean by fully automatic mode? So here, once the system is started, it performs independently without user interference. We need not to do anything, or we need not to interfere for anything. So you have to just put the clothes and you have to sit down. So it's going to, rest of the work can be done by your a fully automatic washing machine. So after that, the completion of the work has been shown, and it should be notify the user about the completion of the work. So here, so you need not to do any interference with the systems. Everything has to be done by the washing machine. So it might be pre-washing, washing, rinsing and spinning. Everything has to be done by my washing machine itself. So this mode instantaneously sends the cloth quality and requirement of water. So water temperature, detergent, load, wash cycle, time and perform operation accordingly. So it is automatically sends the cloth quality, how much quality of the cloth is been inserted, and what is the amount of water is required, and what is the water temperature, and what should be the amount of detergent should be added, and what is the load condition, what is the load type, and what is the wash cycle, pre-wash cycle, wash cycle, rinsing cycle and spinning cycle, and what is the time for that cycle. These are all the things should be done by the fully automatic mode automatically. So next is semi-automatic mode. So in this one, washing conditions are predefined. So few conditions means what is the time for a pre-wash, what is the time for wash, what is the time for rinse, and what is the time for the spinning. So these are all the conditions are predefined. So we have to set some conditions. According to that, once the predefined mode is started, the system performs its job, and after the completion, it informs the user about the completion of work. So next is manual mode. In this one, user has to specify which operation he wants to do and has to provide related information to the control system. So for everything, for putting the inserting the clothes, adding the water, adding the detergent, what is the time should be set for washing time, what is the time for the spinning time, everything has to be manually set by the user. So that's why it's called as the manual mode operation. So next is semi-automatic washing machine. Semi-automatic washing machine. Here experiment is about the semi-automatic washing machine. So in this semi-automatic mode, the washing conditions are already predefined. Once the predefined mode is started, the system performs its job, and after completion it inform the user about the completion of work. So what are the steps which is going to be taken place in the washing machine? So the following are the steps or cycles which are going to be involved in the washing the clothes. So one is the pre-wash. Starting one is the pre-wash. In the pre-wash, the steps includes that filling the washing machine tub with the water and mixing in the detergent. So first step is the pre-wash, where I am going to adding the water and mixing with the detergent with my clothes. So next is wash method. So here the machine uses agitation to mix the water and detergent. So I am going to rotating the my tub so that proper mixing of the water and detergent should be taken place, as well as to move the clothing around the tub and against the other clothing to clean the load. So here agitation will be plays very important role to cleaning the clothes. Well, I am going to rotating my tub by in the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction by rotating the motors. So next steps, once you clean the clothes, the rinsing has to be done. In the rinsing, first we need to remove the soapy water. So soapy water must be spun from the clothing and the wash tub by means of taking that soapy water and spun from the water should be done by the drain pipe. So during the later minutes of the purging, fresh water is sprayed into the tub to rinse the clothing. After that soapy water has been removed, we have to add the fresh water to take the soapy water from the your clothes. So after this rinsing, we have the spinning. So spinning is the basket rapidly for the certain amount of time with a drain open. So most remaining water is removed by the centrifugal force. So I am going to spinning the basket rapidly, very huge speed. For that, for a certain amount of time, so that the amount of water which is left out in the clothes should be completely removed with the centrifugal force. So what are the parts of semi-automatic washing machine? So these are the picture we are going to showing here. So here we have the parts. There is a front panel which is having the knobs. From these knobs we are going to controlling the all the parameters like a timer, wash time, or what we have to doing with the clothes, whether we are in washing, rinsing or spinning. That can be achieved, that can be set by my front panel knobs. So here very important parameters are inlet valves. From the inlet valve I am going to getting the water to the tub. So same thing we are having the outlet valves. So from that outlet valve or a drain valve I am going to taking the that soapy water from the tub. So there is a two tubs over here. One is the inner tub, one is the outer tub. In the inner tub we are housed with the agitator. So I am going to adding the water, adding the detergent and placing my clothes inside the inner tub, and I am having a agitator in the inner tub. So outer tub is the one which is going to hold your inner tub. So one more thing is that this agitator is going to be connected by my motors, so which are coupled with me a conveyor belt and gaskets. Conveyor belts and gaskets. So one more thing is the water pump, which is going to take the water to the inlet valves. So what are the parts of semi-automatic washing machines are? So water pump. So this circulates the water through the machines rotating in two directions. So rotating in the clockwise and anti-clockwise to remove the dirt from the clothes. So that can be achieved by my water pump. So next is the water inlet control valve. This is located near the water inlet point to fill the water in the tub. So to fill the water in the tub we need a water inlet control valve. So next is drum, very important parameter. There are two drums inside the washing machine. One is inner drum where the clothes are loaded and water is detergent should be added, which moves around the washing machine and is perforated with the holes to allow the water in and out. So it is having the holes to take out the water in and out. So and the outer drum houses the inner drum and the water, stopping it from leaking into the rest of the machine and supports the inner drum. So it houses the inner drum and it does not let the water to go different parts of the washing machines. Otherwise what happens, if the water is gets leakaged, then our associated parts like motor all will get damaged. So next is agitator or a paddle, very important parts of the washing machine, which is the main part which washes our clothes. So this is located inside the tub of the washing machine and helps performs the cleaning of the clothes. So next is the washing machine motor. So this is the combined with the agitator or the disc that turns the drum. So the very important parts is the washing machine motor, which is going to rotate your washing machine drum. So it produces a rotor motion. So the motor which are going to using for the automatic washing machines are the, earlier it was uses the universal motors, and nowadays we are going to using the moderated electronically controlled single phase AC induction motors are going to be used for the motoring action. So last one is the drain pipe. So all the dirty waters from the your washing is expelled from the machine via the drain pipe. So and next one is the display and control unit. It houses all the control buttons to perform all the washing cycles. From the control display buttons, I am going to perform all the actions by pressing the buttons or regulating the knobs. So there are all the different parts of my semi-automatic washing machines. You can see over here we have the pumping washing machine pump, a timer for the setting the timer for the pre-wash time, wash time, and spinning and rinsing times. So by varying the knobs, I am going to control the all the parameters. And we have the control board, which is gives the control board gives the electrical supply to all the equipment. So very important is the motor, which is going to rotate my tub or agitator. So these are all the pulleys, drive belts, a door handle, door striker, a door latch, agitator, suspension springs, which are going to use for mechanical control things, and a tub seal gasket, so that I can easily place the tub on the agitator without mechanical operation, without mechanical displacement. So pressure switches are going to be used for mechanical vibration control, and sensors are going to be used for detergent, water level, cloth types, all those things, and board seal, which are going to be placed for monitoring or keeping my gaskets, a motor capacitor, which is going to use to give the starting torque for the motor, and bearings. Wherever there is a mechanical rotating parts, we need a proper bearings, and couplings are going to be used for coupling my motor with the gasket, with my agitator, and clutches. These are all the different parts of my semi-automatic washing machine. So what are the apparatus required over here is that the apparatus required for this experiment is the semi-automatic washing machine. What tools required are testing lamp, continuity tester, cutting plier, and screw driver. So this is a block diagram of the semi-automatic washing machine, where I am having a system controller which can be controlling all the parameters. So inputs for this system controllers are going to be from the sensors, from the display panel. I am going to vary all the parameters by using a display panel, and a driving motor and water pump. So the output for the system control is the inverter unit, so that I am going to send the signal from the inverter unit to the my motor for according to the actions as per the requirement. So the system control will send the signal to the motors through the inverter unit. So this is the circuit diagram for the semi-automatic washing machine. So the input supply coming from the mains, and it will goes to the my switches, two switches, which are going to control by controlling the two motors. So I am having two motors over here. One is the washing motor, one is the spinning motor or dryer motors. So both are motors are universal motors or a single phase moderated induction motors. So for both the motors I am using a capacitors. I am going to using the capacitor. So capacitor are going to use to give the starting torque to the motor. Once it is torque has been generated, then the motor will start rotating. Once the motor will start rotating, then the capacitor has been disconnected. So capacitors are going to be used to give the starting torque to the motor to run the motor for the initial stage. Once the motor has been running, then the capacitor has been removed from this one. So these are all the connections for the semi-automatic washing machine circuit diagram. So next is what are the faults which are going to be occurring in the semi-automatic washing machines. A few faults has been listed out, and what is the reason for that fault, and how the troubleshooting has been taken place. So next is the power cable failure. So the power cable failure may be because of open circuit or short circuit. So for this one I need to do the check the continuity by the series test lamp and replace that wire power cable. When machine switched on, agitator does not turn on or drum does not going to rotate. So because there may be motor damaged, motor is not properly getting the supply, or there may be not proper connection between the agitator and motor. So if it is a damage in the motor, problem in the motor, change the motor or check the conveyor belt or check the proper connections of the agitator with the motor. When buzzer is on, so buzzer indicates there is a overload conditions, means you are going to adding an extra amount of water or extra amount of clothes more than the load prescribed by the manual. So in that condition you have to check the cloth and reduce the load. So when the operating switches on the panel board does not work, so that can be a problem with the PCB board failure. So you have to check the PCB soldering connections and replace the damaged parts. So next, one more problem may occur is that water not filling in the tub. So because that might be the water inlet valve blocked with the waste particles. So it is a blockage has been occurred with the inlet valve. So we have to clean the inlet valve. So next is agitator does not rotate properly. So because this may be happen because of the conveyor belt and the couplings which is not properly coupled with the my motors. So for that one you have to check the conveyor belt and replace if it is damaged. So water not draining out properly. So because this may be occurred because of the water drain pipe blocked with the waste particles. So again we have to clean the drain pipe. So last one is we are going to be discussing about the mechanical vibrations and noise will occurs in the semi-automatic washing machine. It may be occurs because of the screws and nuts get loosened. So for this reason we have to take care of that one. We have to tighten the screws and nuts so that will not get the any mechanical vibrations or any noise in the systems. So procedure for identify, dismantling and troubleshooting for this semi-automatic washing machine is that dismantle the semi-automatic washing machine, check the power supply cable through the testing lamp. If it is a short circuit or open circuit, replace the power cable. Check the conditions of control panel board components with the multimeter. If it is a soldering problem, then soldering it properly. If it is a damage, then replace all the electronic devices and proper soldering. If the control panel components are not working, then replace it. Check the washing machine motor condition through the testing lamp. If it is working properly, then check the connections with the motor with the agitators with the couplings and conveyor belt. If the machines or motor fails to work, then replace the motor or repair the motor. Check the associated parts which connects with the motor and agitators like couplings, vibrators, springs and conveyor belts. And after that, taking all these precautionary measures and checking all the problems, resolving all the problems, assemble all the parts and run the machine in the desired conditions. So after performing this experiment, the students will able to understand the working principle of semi-automatic washing machine. Very importantly, identify the different parts of semi-automatic washing machines like a drain pipe, inlet valve, agitator, motor, springs, gaskets, tubs, inner tub, outer tub, all those parameters, all these parts. They will able to diagnose faults in the semi-automatic washing machine and suggest suitable remedies to troubleshoot the problem. Thank you.